Hey, what's up guys, it's Aurora Don here, and today's video is going to be a video about Banlist Prediction and Discussion, since we are once again in the Banlist season. So before we start, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, smash the like button if you want to support me. Consider also following my competitive YuGiOh team, the Omnia players, on Instagram, and also me, Aurora1993 on Instagram, and you can follow us also on Facebook as the Omnia players, and on Facebook as well, Aurora1993. You can also find our Discord server in the description box below, as well as the Twitch channel. So let's get started, and we are almost at 3,400 subscribers. I'm really glad about that, and I want to thank you so much about this. So let's get started, and we don't want to waste any much time. So let's go in here and let's take a look at the cards that we can consider for this ban list. Okay, so first of all, we have to say that there is a huge possibility that there will be a non-ban list once again as the previous ban list. So in the previous ban list, they just unbanned 3 cards. I mean, they freed up 3 cards and released them from the regulation, which were the multi-faker, the Alticana Oak, and the unicorn, if I remember well. Okay, so they just moved 3 cards to the unlimited status, but they didn't hit a single card. And the reason why is that, of course, as you know, because of the global pandemic of COVID-19, we have no real events. Okay guys, but now we had the remote duel invitational for the United States, in which Team Samurai and other guys participated in, and Team Samurai won the whole event with dinosaurs. Okay guys, so I'm a little bit scared because, you know, I'm a dinosaur player, so maybe this event can say something about the ban list, but I don't know what Konami will do. I think that the possibility that we will have a non-ban list once again are pretty huge, but maybe they will decide to hit something, because also Dragoon of Red Dice will be released in these days, and the problem is that there are too many good cards together in this metagame. Okay guys, we got Needle Fiber, we got Verta Anaconda, we got Dragoon of Red Eyes, we got Link Cross, and everything is so legal and everyone can play these cards in their own strategies. Okay, so let's get started and let's talk about the first card, which is Block Dragon. Okay, so Rockstar really strong, and Emancipator of course is the main exponent for the Rock deck, and Block Dragon is such a nonsense card. You can special summon this as many times as you want, you can add stuff from your deck. It absolutely makes no sense at all. This card should be banned. Also, other Emancipator players agree with this point, that this card should be banned. So let's hit this card once for all. I really hope that they decide to hit this at least. Then we got the Asla Piscu for the FTKs. There is not so much to say about this. If they want to prevent some other FTKs to emerge, we have to address this card as well. Then talking about the tuners, we got the Jet Synchron alongside with the Mecha Phantom Beast Lion. So Jet Synchron, as you know, is the most abused tuner in the game since they banned the Glow Up Bulb and the Destrudo. And of course the problem related to this is the Crystron Archifabrax Needle Fiber, as you want to call it. Okay guys, the Jet Synchron is so strong. Some lists are running 3 copies of this one, so limiting this is not the best solution, because a lot of strategies just play 1. So I think that this card deserves to be banned, but if we hit the Needle Fiber, if we address the Needle Fiber, this card can stay at 3, as you know. Okay guys, I don't think they will hit Needle Fiber, but we will talk about this later. Then we got the Mecha Phantom Beast Lion, which is the secondary tuner, alongside with the Mecha Phantom Beast Aurora Don combo, which is really strong, super huge combo that allows you to go into 3 tokens and then pop the Aurora Don and the 1 token in order to go to all Lions, so you can overextend and Lion will generate another token when it will leave the field. So it is a pretty problematic card, and the fact with the Lion as well as with the Dragon Buster Destruction Sword is that now they got reprinted. So in my previous prediction I told you that they will not hit this. They didn't hit anything, okay, but they couldn't have hit these 2 because they didn't have a reprint yet, and both the reprints were announced. Now they decided to reprint both of these 2 in ultra rare version, so they can probably say goodbye to us. Both these cards deserve to be banned in my opinion. Dragon Busters and Destruction's Ward is not seeing as much play as before actually, but we cannot say the same for the All-Iron, which is kinda like splashed in every kinda of deck alongside with these three guys from the extra deck. Then, talking about dinosaurs, I decided to pick the Miscellaneous. I'm a dinosaur player, but I want to be pretty objective. This card is absolutely bonkers, and with the release of the Animadorn Archosaurus from the Eternity Code booster pack, Miscellaneous became even stronger, okay? This card, since went back to 3, gave new resources to dinosaurs, okay? And as you can see, Team Samurai was able to win the whole remote duel event, in which players like Jesse Cotton, Kati Angelov participated in, but Dinosaur is such a strong strategy nowadays. Also for that reason, it is able to block the hand traps, it is able to block the Nibiru, it is able to special summon the Archosaurus, it is able to special summon the YuGiOh and other stuff in late game. You can also summon Oviraptors and stuff like that. And it is a starter, it is a negator, it is everything. This card is so strong. And some players think that this card should move back to 1. They could do that. We're still waiting for the reprint for this, but I still thinking that this will not come soon. Then talking about the Invoker, so invoked strategies are splashed everywhere, especially now that we got the Dragma that came out from the last booster pack, Rise of the Duelist, as you know. And Aleister and the Meltdown, as well as the Invocation, of course, are splashed everywhere. I know that these cards are being reprinted just some days ago in a previous pack, and that the Dogmatica Dragma stuff, it is so new, so it is even possible that it will dodge even this ban list, but they will not dodge the next one. I think that something will be hit about this. Then for the only trap card I want to take into consideration, we got the Scarlet Sanguine, because if you want to balance the meta by hitting the Block Dragon, maybe by limiting the Oviraptor, by banning the Jet Synchron and the All-Iron, and maybe limiting Aleister or Meltdown, I think that you have to address also the Adlich strategy, which is really strong, one of the best decks out there since the Golden Lord. It is a super strong monster. And this card is the only one that can see maybe being hit on the ban list and going to 1. Then, for the extra deck, I want to talk about the S0 Utopic Zexal. So, this card is nonsense. I think you can agree with me. There are so few ways, so little ways to block this card. You need a Gamma, Chalice, or stuff like that in Perm, but there are not so many outs, and this is absolutely not healthy for the game, especially from the release of the Numeron stuff in Battle of Legends Armageddon, okay? It is so splashable, the Numeron engine, and I'm seeing more and more Utopic Zexals on the fields that are winning games by themselves. So I think that this card deserves to be banned, but this will not be hit now, because the Numeron stuff is so new, and it would make absolutely no sense to ban a card like Utopic Zexal in this precise moment. Maybe later in the future, but not now. Kinda like a similar topic can be made for the True King of all Calamities, because it is a really oppressive card once again. Kinda like Utopic Zexal. Utopic Zexal is even stronger because it is easier to mate with the Numeron engine, and it doesn't allow the opponent player to play YuGiOh at all. At least with all Calamities you can do something, okay, but with Zexal you can't do shit, okay? So the problem with all Calamities is that because of the Needle Fiber combos, of the All-Ion combos and stuff like that, this card became so splashable. Also with the help of the Garden Rose Maiden, which is another card that can probably be hit in my opinion, because it is that card that allows the Color Dragon to come back. Is not so healthy, but I think that the biggest problem, of course, is the Archifibers once again. Then we got the Guard Dragon LP. If you want to balance everything, you can do that in order to start the next season, the new season that will start in September, even if we don't have sanctioned events like YCS, Nationals and stuff like that, but locals are starting to go back, and the remote duel is a thing, okay? So you can also decide to hit the LP. I don't think this will happen, but we can see this card on the ban list. Then we got the Link Cross. This card is nonsense, already banned in the OCG. I think that deserves to be hit even before the Alchifabrax and the Aurora Don. If they decide to hit some cards in this ban list, in this September ban list, I think that link cross should be addressed. It is an ultra rare, it is not as pricey as the Alchifabrax, so players will not get mad. I don't know that Konami will not care so much about this aspect, but the fact that link cross is a little less expensive than the Alchifabrax, I think it is better. And I think the link cross, it is not so healthy. And as I told you before, this is banned in the OCG, but Alchifabrax it is not. Then we got the Aurora Don. Once again, another cheap card. It is like $1, more or less, €1. And this card is so nonsense. It's kind of like doing Scapegoat. And if you watched my previous video, you can check out up here. I created a combo using the Aurora Don and the potentiality for generating tokens, even without using the effect of special summoning a Mecha Phantom Beast from the deck. So you don't even need your Lion. Even if your Lion get banned, this card is able to generate 3 tokens. Okay, guys, it is a lot. It's kind of like doing Scapegoat turn 1, and the only restriction that you have is that you cannot link summon anymore, but we get synchros. Okay, so this card is so strong and deserves to be hit once again. Then last but not least, maybe the most important part of the ban list, since we will probably get another non-ban list with the release of some cards instead of hitting of other cards. Let's take a look at the cards that can be released from the regulation or increase their number in the ban list. So starting off with the Redux, that I think that it is linked with the Block Dragon, as I always say. So if they decided to to hit the Block Dragon, they can probably put Redux to 1. But since I think that this will be another non-ban list, probably Redux will stay there. Then Maxi will remain there. Tour Guide from the Underworld, I don't know if they will decide to move this to 3 now or maybe in the next ban list, because we will have some support from the PK Fire stuff, okay, and also Burning Abyss, of course. So the reasoning is also connected to the Rusty Barrage situation, okay. This card is so strong, but I can see this card going back to 1 at least, just to increase the sales of the product that will include the new PKBA monsters. Then for the other extra deck stuff, I can see ABC Dragon Bastard and Totally Awesome going back to 3. There was no reason for these 2 cards to move to 1. This was a preemptive hit that made no sense, because ABC didn't have an occasion to play. I know that it is such a strong deck, but there is no one playing ABCs, okay? So just release the Dragon Bastard and let ABC players enjoy the deck. And it is the same exact reasoning for the Totally Awesome. Nothing changed, no one is playing Toad, no one is playing Palios, no one is playing Bahamut Shark even, Vermeer is doing nothing, so Totally Awesome can go back at least to 2 and Buster to 3 in my opinion. Then Rusty Barrage, already talked about this. Then we got the RP's Feather Duster. This is my wish, as you know. There are more and more set 5 pass strategies, okay guys, and there are more and more Altergeist players in the locals, also because the previous ban list was just let's release multi-faker and enjoy, okay, and the solutions that we have in order to block those kind of strategies are represented by lightning storms, okay, and lightning storms are so expensive. They are expensive as hell, and I don't know why players cannot have a card like RP's Feather Duster at least at 1. In the OCG is at 1, a lot of players are running it, it is fine, it is a one-off, just give the Feather Duster to us, okay? Same exact reasoning for Red Reboot. This card is so strong, it is true that it is able to block those strategies like Altergeists, but it is also true that Altergeists are running 3 copies of Solemn Judgment, so they have the out to that, and they can play also the Red Reboot as well if they want. And then, last but not least, Zodiac Barrage can go to 2 or 3. There are some players toying around with Zodiac, maybe with Dogmatica and stuff like that. So this can push once again the Dogmatica sales, maybe by putting Barrage at 2 at least. And also Widow Anchor, I think that can go to 3. Most importantly, you don't have to touch Engage, okay? If Engage stays banned, it's fine. You can have your Widow Anchor to 3. So also the Sky Strikers player will be happy enough of this ban list. So that's it for today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. As I told you before, I really think that this will be another non-ban list, since we had no events except for the Remote Duel Invitational that I participated in as well, from the European Konami Europe and the other remote duel invitational event that happened to be this previous weekend. Okay guys, so that's it for today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Give a like on the video if you want to support me, and if you like the video, consider supporting me and following my competitive YuGiOh team also on Instagram as the Omnia players. Follow me also Okra1993, and follow my competitive YuGiOh team also on Facebook as the Omnia players, and my Facebook page YouTube Okra1993. And you can find also our Discord and Twitch in the description box below. And see you in the next one.